Soft plastic swim baits have become one of my go-to baits. They're very versatile, could be fished like a spinnerbait, fish like a crankbait, and they cover a lot of different water conditions and cover conditions. Here's 3 different ways I rig them. If I'm fishing a lake that's got grass or weeds or pads in it, I'm going to want this bait to be weedless. So I'm going to fish it just on a normal Texas rigged rod. I'm going to use a sinker stop to keep the weight pegged up against the front of the swim bait. I'll vary my hook size based on the size of the swim bait, but most often I'm throwing a 3 or a 4-aught on it on a 5-inch swim bait like this green reel screamer. But the advantage to it is that it's weedless. You can come through grass, you can swim it over hydrilla, whatever you need to do, you can get it through there without getting hung up. Also, when you're pre-fishing, you don't have to keep a separate rod rig. You can take your worm rod and simply put a swim bait on it and you're ready to go. Now, lakes with current, a lot of rocks, not a lot of cover that I'm going to get hung up in, I'll throw it on just a regular swim bait head, lead head with hook out the back. This has a lot of advantages in that the hook's exposed, so you don't have to worry about a hook set. They're generally hooked once they grab it. You can get a heavier head to get it down through in the current, but it isn't very weedless, so if you've got a lot of brush that you're coming through, you're probably not going to want to fish it this way. Now, if you want a weedless application but don't want to use your Texas rig, you can use a weighted swim bait hook. This particular one's made by Flatlands Custom Tackle, and you can see it's got a spinnerbait blade suspended under it. These I'll use in a schooling situation or a situation where I want just a little bit more flash to it. It looks like a couple of bait fish swimming together. Works really well, and surprisingly enough swims through most brush without any problems at all. So there you have the 3 most common ways I'll rig a soft plastic swim bait. As far as reels are concerned, I'm going to want to use something with a 5-to-1 or 6-to-1 gear ratio so that I can really get that bait going very slow. Most of the time you don't want to fish it very fast. I'll vary the weight based on whether I want to fish deeper in the water or if I'm fishing higher in the water column or if I'm fishing the bait fast or slow. To get it deeper, we can just add a heavier weight to it and get it further down in the water column. As far as rods are concerned, I'll use something in a medium heavy to a heavy action, typically a worm rod with a faster tip, something that's got a little bit of give to it where he can suck that bait in, but you've got a stiff enough rod to get a good hook set on it.